Hey you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some chilling ghost footage. From an enraged entity that tears apart a kitchen to two little girls that burst into tears at seemingly nothing. Join us as we take a look at some extreme poltergeist activity caught on camera.
YouTuber Mallow Bird has been documenting poltergeist activity in his house for years. He believes a destructive spirit resides within his home. Around 8 years ago, he began uploading eerie videos that seem to show an entity throwing objects around the house. Here you can see a static camera that's been left to film the kitchen. Random objects begin to fly around the room, a grill on the stovetop lifts up, some cans and bottles flip over, and the cupboard doors inexplicably open and close. The camera flickers as a strange blue bar appears on screen. For 1 minute 25, objects get violently thrown around the room. One of the more startling objects to move is a basket of cutlery. Knives and forks fly every which way. The interesting thing about this clip is that it would be incredibly hard to stage. A lot of skeptics always claim wire is used with these sort of videos. However, with this one, objects go flying on all different angles. Doors flap open and close, multiple items fling across the room at the same time. It would take a lot of work and timing to pull it all off without looking suspicious. There are loads of fascinating ghost videos on Mallow Bird's channel. If you want to check them out, there's a link in the description box below. This video was posted to YouTube in 2013 by a channel called bscotty321. The iPhone footage shows a little girl having her dinner. After her dad leaves the room, she appears to communicate with someone or something. At first it seems possible she's just playing around and talking to an imaginary friend. However, when a napkin moves all by itself, the little girl says, "That's Billy's dinner."
That's Billy's dinner.
The owner of the channel posted the video saying that he had no idea who the girl was talking to or how the napkin moved. They were hoping someone could offer a logical explanation, but it would appear that no one can fully explain this footage. Could this little girl's imaginary friend be a poltergeist that she regularly communicates with? Love to hear your thoughts in the comments section below. Here's another YouTube channel that's been documenting a poltergeist haunting in their house. In 2011, a man by the name of Philip Shapiro heard some strange noises coming from his basement. The occurrences had been happening for a while, so he decided to start filming them. In the clip, Shapiro walks into his basement to investigate a strange tapping sound. As he gets to the bottom of the stairs, a commotion can be heard behind him in the kitchen. He turns and runs to see what it was. Right where he'd been standing just seconds earlier is a tower of chairs stacked strangely on top of one another. The ceiling light swings eerily in the background. When it was first uploaded to YouTube, experts were stunned at the footage. How is it that chairs could be stacked like that so fast with so little sound? The wider community was also shocked, with the video racking up nearly 1 million views and over 1,200 comments, all speculating on the footage. This clip first appeared on LiveLeak several years ago. Two girls are singing for the camera when something strange starts happening. First the door slowly swings open, then a bottle of water gets swiped off the desk before the door violently slams shut. They both scream for their dad and run out of the room.
Dad! Dad! Dad!
A lot of commentators have noted that this clip bears a striking resemblance to a clip shared a few years prior, where two Australian girls are also singing for the camera when their door swings open. Their bottle of water also flies across the room and the door slams shut. Could this just be a copycat, or are there poltergeist entities that react to certain pitches of singing? This is some CCTV footage taken in an office in Indonesia's capital, Jakarta. It shows a man going about his workday when suddenly strange things start to happen around the room. First, a strange black shadow appears above the man. Then a chair begins to move on its own. A bottle of water gets thrown off the desk. Finally, another chair begins to move, this time falling over. The employee is so frightened that he runs out of the room. What do you think is going on in this Indonesian office? Is it an elaborate hoax, or is there something more sinister at play here? This is some creepy footage that aired on an unknown Japanese talk show. A little girl tells her mother that she can see the ghost of her grandpa standing behind her. She points and says he's there. The woman holding the camera turns to take a look, but there's nothing to be seen. Once again, the little girl says there's something standing behind the camera. This time the footage zooms in on a mirror in the background. In the reflection you can see a shadowy entity standing at the rear of the room. Then when the camera turns, a full apparition of a man standing in front of the camera can be seen. While live streaming, YouTuber Rubsy caught something truly chilling. It's alleged that Rubsy was minding his friend's cat when he encountered some poltergeist activity while live streaming Skyrim on his PS4. He ran several streams while staying at his friend's place, but nothing particularly odd happened. However, on one particular stream, weird things started to occur. As he's chatting to his friends on voice chat and text, a door opens behind him. It then slams shut. He gets frightened and people in the chat begin to react. Suddenly, a light inexplicably turns on and off right in front of the camera. The chat room lights up as Rubsy investigates what's going on. Over the course of the night, the door continues to open and close. The light flickers on and off, and a box on the table even flies across the room.
It's not like we needed any sleeping.
Rubsy's reactions appear to be genuine. With each chilling occurrence, he looks honestly startled. The weirdest part is as the haunting progresses over the night, he gets strangely used to it and doesn't leave the apartment, which could hint at a hoax. However, in a follow-up video, Rubsy talks about his experiences and even goes back to the apartment for a second stream. After the first stream was uploaded to YouTube, it gained a fair amount of exposure and thousands of requests rolled in asking if he'd go back and live stream in the house. It's this second stream, coupled with his explanation, that makes this haunting seem genuine. Rubsy says he felt awful prior to entering the apartment. He left it to the last minute before entering and didn't want to go in. Shortly after setting up his equipment and going live, the door behind him begins to open and close just like the first time. This time, however, Rubsy is noticeably shaken. He looks scared and his demeanour is off. In his explanation, he talks about trying to communicate with the entity. Several people in the chat suggested he say that he comes in peace and just wants to help. At this point, Rubsy says he went completely numb. He couldn't feel his face or hands. He even says he blacked out and doesn't remember what happened for several minutes. The last thing he remembers is coming to in front of the banging door. On the verge of tears, he apologises to the stream and says he has to leave immediately. Rubsy has since said that he'll never go back to the apartment no matter what he's offered. If you want to watch the full haunted stream or check out what else Rubsy has been up to, you can suss his YouTube channel. There's a link in the description box below. In this video diary, a man is investigating some strange noises. He walks about the house, checking rooms, looking for any evidence of the noise. Finally, he asks the spirit to show itself and all hell breaks loose. A loud bang goes off, the entire kitchen gets destroyed. Shelves, drawers and chairs are thrown about the room. The house alarm manically rings out. The curtains are mangled, paper and food are strewn about the floor. His friend lies in agony, writhing about on the ground. They both quickly run to the car and drive away. This chilling little clip shows the moment a young boy was caught levitating a meter above his bed. A terrified mother runs to her child's aid when she hears screams coming from the bedroom. As she runs into the room, you can see her son eerily floating above the bed. Then the camera drops suddenly to the ground. The video claims that the footage is being studied to better understand the nature of paranormal activity. The problem with this clip, and many commentators have already pointed this out, is that a mother wouldn't run and get a camera if she heard the distress screams of her child. This errs the footage on the side of suspicious more than anything else. The visuals are very convincing though, which makes some believe this footage is genuine evidence of a poltergeist haunting. This is a terrifying clip uploaded to YouTube in 2012. Two girls are sitting having a snack when one of them becomes unsettled. She points to the darkened laundry and says she sees something. She's clearly freaked out and keeps insisting that something is there. Her friend or perhaps sister laughs it off, saying there's nothing there. Even the mum insists that there's nothing behind them. But surely enough, the girl is driven to tears and runs to her mum's side. It's what happens next that will surely give you chills. In the second half of the clip, the girl who said that there was nothing there turns to have another look. This time she pauses and lets out an awful scream. She sees something standing there and immediately bursts into tears.
Turn around. But you gotta listen to me. Turn around, look at me. What's the matter?
It's not known what the girls see as the camera doesn't pick anything up. Some say children are more susceptible to seeing spirits or entities that others can't perceive. Is a ghost lurking in the shadows trying to make contact with these girls? This tense 46-second clip captures the moment a young boy is dragged off the couch by some unseen force. As he sleeps on the lounge, he begins to be pulled by the feet. The entity is so strong it drags the boy right off the couch and along the carpet. It eerily pulls at him, pauses for a moment, then pulls him along once more. Some skeptics think it's nothing more than a doll being dragged with wire, while others think the little boy is in a trance and couldn't wake up even if he wanted to. What do you think, real or fake? Let us know in the comments section below.
Well, that was a little bit terrifying. Now, as I mentioned earlier, if you want links to any of the clips shown in today's video, they're all in the description box below. Remember to leave us a comment if you're enjoying our content. We love reading them. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.